Now we have come to the third module. From now on, we are going to discuss the actual questions which are asked in an interview. Let us see in each module one variety of questions or one cluster of questions we shall talk about. Now you have to first know what is the kind of job you are applying for. So depending on the job you are applying for, you have to fill in the blanks wherever I am leaving, because I cannot give you any ideas about your personality or your technical competence. I don't know who you are or what is your subject. So these gaps have to be filled in by you using your own personal information. I'm giving a general blueprint. You have to fill in the details with your own capabilities. The first question any interviewer asks you once you have reached the interview room and you have sat down comfortably, given them your resume, is tell me about yourself. Or if there are more than one, tell us about yourself. Now hearing the word yourself, you start saying, myself, Sumita Roy. Now that is terrible. We don't have any word in English where you can use myself like that. So you have to say, I am Sumita Roy, or my name is Sumita Roy, or this is Sumita Roy. You can say that also. That is allowed. But never myself and your name. Myself can never come like that. You have to look at the grammar point to know what it is. I won't tell you at present now. Now the answer to this question changes with company and job profile, because what you have to highlight here is what is the position you have applied for, how you are capable of this position, how your values match with the values of this company, and why you think they should select you. You must mention those aspects of your qualification which are suitable for this position. Suppose you have done science and you are applying for a job in the tourist industry. Now tourism requires history. You never did history. Instead, you did physics or chemistry. So you can imagine. That means your education should be given 20 seconds. And your experience, your interest in tourism, your passion about places, this has to be given importance. If you're a software engineer and you're applying for a software job, wonderful. Your qualification and your job profile are exactly the same. No problem. So highlight those qualities of yours which are suitable for the job, which are suitable to the company's profile, and which show that you are talking about only those points which can be elaborated when they question you. What does that mean? It means that in your introduction of about 3 to 5 minutes, maybe 2 to 3 minutes if you're a fresher, you are telling the interviewers that these areas you can ask me questions. That is the kind of introduction you need to give. You know, that means you are guiding the interview. You are telling the interviewer that these are my areas of strength. These are my comfort zones. Please ask me questions on this. So the interview, the entire half an hour, 1 hour interview becomes in your hand, in your power, if you give a good introduction. You have to prepare your introduction beforehand. You have to read it 10 times, 20 times, 30 times so that it becomes a part of your memory. Please don't recite your introduction as though you are reciting a passage you learnt by heart. Like children, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. They learn it by heart. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the arrangement should be in your mind. You need not look at pieces of paper like this to speak about it. Now, another question might be asked, after you have given an introduction, they feel that they want to know more about it. So this is a common question also. They say, take us through your resume or walk us through your resume. This is an informal way of questioning. Take us through your resume or walk us through your resume does not mean you have to take that piece of paper and read it out to them. They know how to read English. You need not read it out to them. What they are expecting you is, in one sheet of paper, you have written some points. It is just one sheet of paper. Never write your resume in more than one side of the paper. Nobody reads the second side. So in that one sheet, you have given some ideas. Now, can you give a little elaboration of those ideas? So, about your education, give some points about your education which are not mentioned. Year of passing you have mentioned, but nothing more. So you say that I was in the top 5% of my class when I was doing my graduation. I was the topper in my school when I finished my 10th class. I was, in the cricket team, in the state cricket team when I was doing +2. These are not mentioned clearly in your resume. You have also mentioned your achievements. I did a project with 5 of my teammates and it was judged as a good project. These are all what you have not mentioned. You did not say that there were 5 members and so on. So when they say that they want to know more about your resume, please give them that detail about your resume. They might also ask you, describe yourself in 3 words or describe yourself in 5 words or 1 word. Now, very often you might feel like saying, as I told you, I'm a team player, I'm very hardworking, I'm very sincere and loyal, I have, great ability to learn, quick learner. Everybody is saying these same things. So please find out what you are. You say that I'm always optimistic. Not many people use it. Instead of saying team player, you say that I work best in collaboration. Collaboration means teamwork. You say my relationship skills are very good. That means you're able to work in a team. I'm very creative or innovative. I always take an initiative. These are all words you can use, not using the same things which they are using. I use critical thinking in all aspects of life, including when I look at social media. We become blind and deaf and dumb when we go to social media, but not like that, critical thinking. So if you say these things, it becomes very useful for them to give you marks, to make up their mind. Okay, that is wonderful. This person has a capability. So when you give these 3 words, they will say, can you give an example? Now you say, I'm very creative. They ask you, what is an example? You say, oh my God. You scratch your head. I have no example. For every question where you are mentioning a personality trait, have a real example from your own life. Don't copy from WhatsApp videos. Don't copy from your friends. Don't copy from your web search. All of them know all this. Give your own original experience. Now, if you say you're creative, I'm sure you must have created something in your life. You can say that I created a new dish while cooking, if your hobby is cooking. You say that I created a friend circle in my locality when I moved to a new locality. Creative. So give such simple examples. Spend time thinking about them. They might also ask you, what are your hobbies and interests? Spend a minute or 2, give only one hobby, explain this one hobby in a minute or 2 with relevant examples. So that is the third of our modules, which we end here.